All right. We are live. Just waiting for my voice to kick in. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got going on tonight. On Wednesday evening. A little bit early. Just gonna try to get on a little early today. Sorry, looking at too many screens today, so I don't know how long I'm gonna hold up. Just try to get some races. Still got the Old Faithful. All right, red lit. Come on. That was weak. See if I get him to go again. Usually I'm double O on the red lights though, so I'm usually pretty close. And he red lit that time, so could be the track's a little off right now. That's you red this time. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a good pass. Got the right traction. He wasn't having that after that. The first two, I obviously got way too much grip. Looked like it was a little too slippery on that one, but usually that's doesn't usually hurt you. Definitely didn't that time. That's a good one. With the double O tree. Even though I got a little too much grip. Managed to nail the shifts. Another good one. Not the greatest on the tree, but seems like I'm kind of hesitant after I got that red light, but I should really be on the tree and not worry about getting the red lights. Back-to-back 47s, that's pretty solid. And I think that came right off that 46. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he staged first last time. Looks like he's trying to confuse me. I messed up that first shift a little bit. I hate when people like just start trying to play games with the tree, especially when they just got stomped like 2 races. Then they start trying to play games with the tree. It's really annoying. Why people can't just go up and stage. This car kind of freaked me out with that low RPM burnout. It's kind of distracted me. Yeah, this car seems like it's just a little bit in between right now. Between being super fast and kind of average. Maybe I should try 124 tires temp a little bit more just to see, especially with that thing. Because that's really the only car you have that problem with. Guess we could change it up a little. I was in 5.0. I was in this thing. That was yesterday, right? Try this thing out. Was that King Dragon that I was racing? Can't remember. I actually wanted to get on like maybe like an hour earlier than this, just to see if I got a little more action. I wish I could shuffle this playlist. It says, I think I've seen that name before. The Ye Big Turbo. Just hate to put up so many races. Like try to jump in races. I think I got Alex 7 out here with the Audi 27.5 Audi, doing his rounds. Like to see some new faces out here. All right, we got Great Ghost. With the 31s on the Audi. $52, not bad. I see you got some tuning to do on that. Building a Javelin. Yeah, I like Javelins. Javelin used to be like a big time meta car, like, and then it turned into like a glitch. Somebody found a glitch with it, and then they have to make it slower again. And now it's kind of like a tier 2 type car. I think I haven't. I'm trying to think if I tried it. If it got into the 5.5s or not. Still, because I don't think I ever retuned it after the last time they like fixed it. I guess you call it. Ten and a halfs, 26 by 10.5. That's probably a Skyline, which kind of isn't really like a 10.5 car. If it's an all-wheel drive car, it's pretty much an all-out car. I don't know if that was a firework or if that was thunder. So I think it rained. I think it rained earlier, but I think it stopped. Let's get some races up here. See, there are people on like Full Tree and Street Tree, but they're usually not racing 20K. So they're probably not going to be like super fast usually. I can kind of guess the Full Tree with mine, but they're not set up for it. So there are a lot of full on Street Tree. I don't know how my car would work on a Street Tree either. I just like Pro Tree. Especially if you're running like an all-out car, you should really be running Pro Tree. Okay, now we got two ghosts. What's up, guys? Ghost number 1 and ghost number 2. 573. Yeah, I think it'll do a little better than that. Actually, I have a couple. I think I have a couple of those. When I was kind of experimenting with them, I think I ended up with a couple. Unless I may have sold. When I was making room. But I usually will definitely keep one in case they do something with it. I don't have to build it all over again. Yeah, I got this one. Yeah, I actually have 3 of them, so that is probably one. That's probably a car I can get rid of if I need to. I could probably get rid of one of those. Hey, one of you guys might have to change your name. Gets a little confusing. I do know about running multiple accounts on multiple phones. So but I would think if someone was going to do that, they wouldn't use the same name or almost the same name. But I actually like to do it because that way I can pull in my data, like from the one I usually play on, and I pull it into the other phone, so it kind of works like a backup in case I have a problem or something. You pull that Facebook data into your other device, and then it's kind of like a backup, but then it's like you have two different games, so they're going to end up different if you use one device and use the other device. So I have to make sure that I'm not, like, if I make a car and it has a tune or something, I make sure it's on the main device. Didn't connect. I see you up there doing your burnout. So on your end, where do you see my car? Do you see my car, or is it just not there? Because I was always kind of curious about when this happens, what exactly happened. But I don't know if that means if one person. I don't know if you can tell like which person was the one that wasn't able to connect when that happens. So you didn't see my car at all, but you saw it was sitting there on the stream. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this game, but is there really anything you can do? I think this car has one of the typical launches like the other cars. At least mine does. I was way off on that. That was a real slow first scare. I think the thing would probably run a low 5.6, but it looks like first gear is way too long on that. But I haven't really tried to mess with it. I don't know if the other car is the same or not. That's like slower than the Superbird is really slow like that. Got a little 5.6 out of it. It's not too shabby. I guess you probably call that a tier 3. Tier 1s are like the 5.4, low 5.5s. Then you got the mid to high 5.5, and then I would say like 5.6s. Probably be like a tier 3. Maybe just tweak that thing a little bit and then be 5.5. It doesn't need much. Or maybe it'll even run that. I don't know. I haven't really messed with it. Yeah, that's a javelin. Is it what the actual real car is? But they don't have, because the name of the car is didn't the name of the car used to be when you pull up. I'm trying to think of what screen it was. Oh yeah, when you go into what's setup, didn't it tell you the name of the car on top? before, and they remove that. I think most of the cars are pretty easy to recognize, though. That's a pretty uncommon car, though. Javelin, even though you see him at the track and the car shows and stuff. There's a lot of cool cars. The problem is that they were all close in times a long time ago. And then as they came out with new cars, they were making them too fast. And then all the other cars were basically useless. So, like, it's kind of, it's interesting when a car is new that they just put in the game. But these cars have been around so long that even when they make them fast, it's kind of like, oh, that car, I've had that car for years. So it doesn't really have the same feel of like getting a new car and it's fast. And of course, like if you have cars like the Camaro and the Audi that are super fast, of course everyone's going to get one of those. Even if they don't like the car because it's the fastest. But all the cars you like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I always thought that they could tweak the horsepower on the cars, just to because I'm pretty sure that they don't do that. They increase the power a different way. Like they can't, because then you have cars would have different horsepower, and it wouldn't really change the physics of the car or anything. I wouldn't think, but then I don't think it would really matter if cars had different horsepower. Or maybe they technically do, but the game just says they all have the same. I don't know. Brownstein. Wish I could find a playlist I could shuffle. It's called a javelin. Like the javelin you throw. That's what it's called, javelin. Javelin. I'm not seeing a lot of races going up in the lobby. I know there's a lot of people on a little earlier, like in the 7 o'clock my time or so. you see a lot of people, probably all the like the team racers are out there testing and stuff before their team races and that. But then it kind of winds down when the team racing is over, I think. I don't know if they run them at the same times, but it usually lasts like an hour for whatever, whatever class they're run or whatever league you're in, that kind of thing. I turned my volume up, like get the to the volume that I hear. I don't know if it's any louder on the mic or not. If it picks it up. I keep forgetting this car has such a, like, it all of a sudden it like goes like first gear, all of a sudden kind of it seems like it's delayed, but then all of a sudden it like winds out the tack. Got to get used to that. Do I have double bars in this thing in the back, or do I only have a single? I have to check that. That was totally messed up. I don't know what that was. I got a big time lag spike on that one. I'm going to test that car real quick. I think I got too much running, too many things on Wi-Fi right now, I think. Yeah, it's got a quicker first gear. I almost ran a 5.4 with that thing. It's got a nice 60 foot. It's probably because that first gear tacks up so fast. If you can catch it. Seemed like it was better when I was letting it pin the needle. Yeah, that 60 foot might not be. That might be like a. Might be kind of inconsistent because of how long that first gear is. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be the lobby guy. That 126, that's going to make it a little bit more grab. Yes, I missed all the shifts on that thing. I was lucky to get a pretty decent time. With the low 860 though, that's definitely a car you could add to the fleet. Might run a 5.4 if you're lucky. If you can catch that first gear. I don't know if it's better if you catch it early or if you catch it late with this. Yeah, I haven't taken out my 57 for a while. I just pass it out. Oh, I saw the flames. I actually have a few 57s, but I think the 57 is a member car. Let's see, because I try not to sell member cars in case I want to keep a spare. So the Nomad, the new Camaro, the Superbird, no, the regular 57 is not a member car. I just want to check because I can usually remember so I don't sell a member car by mistake. Wait, is member just the... It's not just a strip version, is it? So none of the imports are member. It was just that they were like member, like early release, I think is what it was. Yeah, then the C10. I only have one of those. I mean, it wouldn't kill me to just get a membership, but I don't know. I'm just not really feeling a membership right now. I think I've had it on and off. Another Camaro. Never a shortage of Camaros. With the blower. I was way early on that first gear. Oh, I got lucky. Sometimes you get lucky. I don't know if this car will do much better than a 54. I think it will. You got a Camaro, you got to do better than that. That's why you never know. If you take out like a car that would, you know, that would be like a tier 1 car. If you can get into that low 5.5 area, if they don't get like a super fast pass, then you got a chance with the tree. Let's see if I can hit the shift this time. I was off. I was way off. I thought this car had a faster. Thought this had a faster first gear. I guess not. It's funny because you can't really tune that out either. Like if you try tuning it one way or the other, so it launches like how you want it to launch, then it's not as fast. So why is that so? Maybe I'm just used to the box noise got a really quick bump in the first gear. This one's just like a little bit slower. Because I'm trying to hit that 9,000. Yeah, see, I think that you could probably take this thing out and get wins with it if you can tree. You might be able to squeak out a 52 or maybe a 51 with that. Got a car meet, 97.54. Why, you like the Javelin? Yeah, it does actually. I think it looks like another car, but I can't think what it is. It's got the the little inside lights, and then it's got the fog lights on the bottom. I don't know if it comes with that spoiler or not. Trying to think of what car it looks like that we have that you could confuse it with. But it's pretty distinctive, especially that it has those big fender flares that come like all the way above the fender. Guess we could play with this car a little bit. What was I going to say? I was talking about the 57. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, let's jump in the car meet. Cool map, has it all. 9754. I don't drift, sorry. 9754, I don't even remember, so is that free ride? Oh, that's so loud. They're spawning me on the track. Looks like there's way too much stuff on this map. I don't have my steering set up. I hate how the lighting doesn't work though. I don't really want to race on those kind of tracks. Who's I got a better shot at? 35, so still got a Camaro. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more 34 Camaros with 34s. See if I can get the shifts this time. Stalling with a Camaro versus a 57. I guess because his isn't that fast. See, look at how bad my 60 was on that one. This car could probably use a tweak. Same time, treat him. See, look at I was pulling away from him, and he had his car has more top end, but I think it just I might just look like that because I treat him. Because it looks like I'm pulling away from him. And then the game, like, evened it out, like, right there. I don't know why he dropped like that. So I run a 53 and then it gets slower. Alright. The chat is officially dead, looks like. There's an NT with a no name. We know how we always like racing those. A Camaro with 27s on it. That's highly suspect. With pink smoke. My prediction is this car is going to disappear. I do. I always do that. For some reason with this car, I always forget to shift. Or maybe it was because I was so focused on what his car was going to do. I kind of just blanked out. The bouncy race. Pretty good pass. But I pretty much missed the shifts. Let's see if we can catch that NT car again. There it is. See if my car will run right. The car's low too. It has no bars on it. 27 by 21 with no bars. In a Camaro. I ran a 52. I wasn't even anywhere near him. I had kind of a slow tree, but he was just like gaining. Look at him just like gaining. He probably ran like a 540. They just keep with the 27s. You're not going to get that kind of speed where you just leave someone in the dust like that. Not on a Camaro. It's too bad I didn't get a better pass. That's a medal. I think he caught me in the wrong car that time. Unless his car totally doesn't work, because this is another one. Look at that thing like swerve around down the track. Still gets a 49 with all that swerving. How do you stop? I guess you can't grab the... So you're just going back and forth there, then it settles down right there. Like not until you hit like 6th gear, it was still right there. It settled down. I kind of like pulling up those replays when I'm streaming. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to need a snack or not. Just kind of eat something so I don't have an empty stomach. Oh, I thought for sure that was going to be an Audi, but this car, the Supra, is a car you run 30s on. My car goes sideways, so I don't know if that means it's going to be slippery or based on that. I was looking for a red light. Wasn't even close to a red light. But I can't, for some reason I thought it was. But I was really slow on the tree. That was a good pass. I'm trying to remember how the shifts were on that one. I think it was a pretty grippy in first. A little bit grippy in first. Yeah, it didn't really move around at all. You just got a little bit of wheelie. With the 471. Too bad I couldn't tree it. Number 10. So I did move up slightly. But I really need to get a 47 with a tree to move up. I think it just started. Is it 3 days that goes? Or is it 4 days? Looks like there's some people coming to the lobby. I'm gonna go after this guy again. He's probably sick of seeing me. Did I race him with this car last time? He probably knows that I'm just messing with him. Because I can't imagine that he thinks he's fooling too many people. Damn. See, I red lit. Oh, that was only a 52. Yeah, actually, I will race again. Because I want to see if I can get a 5.4. See if he's still way ahead of me. If I can hit a 5.4, so that'll kind of give me an idea of what he's running. If I can get a tree. I'm not getting the right grip at all versus him. He's probably all kinds of laggy and glitchy, and I'm sure I'll get bored of that novelty eventually. Of the no-name NT hackers. I mean, I guess you could pretty much do that forever if it goes unchecked. and you run NT and no one posts your like 5.3 or like 542 or whatever you run. Hey, what's going on, man? The prestige car? You mean the quickest prestige car? I don't think there's that many that you'd consider top tier prestige cars. Let's see if anybody races me, then I'll pull up the prestige. The only one I have is a Murder Nova, and that runs like a high 5.5. But that's like a tier 2. All right, we got the Gray Ghost. That was a good pass. Oh, 487. I don't think that's gonna move me up at all. If that was a low 547 with a better double O. Yeah, that wasn't as good as the other one. And if I get a 46 in a tree, then I'm really gonna jump up. Yep, always a good race. Sorry, I didn't catch your time because I'm paying attention to mine too much. And I got the grip, and I got like pretty good shifts. Almost like perfect, but not like the perfect shifts. Yeah, I'm kind of hooked on this car. Next I think I'm gonna get a small snack. Oh, sorry, I forgot about those prestige cars. That no, there is a YouTube tune for the Murder Nova. But I'm not really, I don't really post YouTube tunes. I'll do it like occasionally. I'll post one that's like a tune that no one else has made a tune for. That's not like one of the really popular cars or something. Well, I mean, there's only a handful of cars that'll run 5.4. So that, and none of the prestige that I know of will run a 5.4. I heard this car was fast, but I've never seen. I rarely see it, and I can't really verify what it runs. But actually, a good way that you can find out if there's a fast prestige car is by doing like a search on YouTube for, like, if you do a search like no limit to tune and put in the name, and if there's a tune for it, then you know. Then you know. And if there's not a tune for it, then you know it's not that fast. That's pretty much how it works. Unless it's, and if it's a really old tune, then it probably won't work anymore. But I think the prestige cars are more about like getting the car that you like a certain racer, more than apparently they didn't. They weren't as concerned about how fast they were making them. For some reason, I'm thinking the farm truck used to be fast. I don't know if it still is. I've seen these, but I don't remember them being super fast. But the Murder Nova was actually always like one of the fast cars of the prestige cars. But it's not. It's like it's not considered one of the fastest cars now compared to a lot of the other cars. I'm pretty sure these cars used to be one of the fast cars, but I don't think they are anymore. This used to be. I think this used to be. I don't know if you're watching. Not too sure about this. I don't really know the. I don't really know the outlaw cars. The Ronin is fast. If you like this thing, it's a motor car, and this would be you could this would be considered a top tier car. That's one I know for sure, and it's all motor too. And you can't change these. You can't change much on these except for the tune, and I think that maybe like the tire size, you might be able to change. I saw this one. I saw one of these run a 542, but I'm not so sure it was legit. You know, 350Z. I actually looked at the YouTube tune, but it didn't work as is, so I had to like change it around. Sometimes that, or actually a lot of times that happens if you try to use a YouTube tune. It doesn't always work because like if you don't have a device that's like the phone that the person that made the tune of it, it's not necessarily going to work. So, but some of them are, some of them are like universal. Some of them you have to mess around with to get them to work. Nah, I don't. I'm not giving out tunes. I'm just here to race for fun. I would definitely look into YouTube tunes though, especially if you don't know how to tune, because it'll definitely give you an idea of what tunes look like. Because especially the really fast cars, they can have some really strange things that you have to do. Like you wouldn't think that it would work, but there's just like certain things you have to make the car do to get it to go fast. How much money do I have? I'm not. Are you asking me? I guess I'm not really at liberty to say right now. I have over 100 mil. I used to race a lot more, so I could pull in, you know, a million in a day if you race 20 Ks and you do pretty good. Especially if you get a lot of guys that are testing the cars, so it's basically like free money, and when you can make like 100K off of one guy, it's pretty easy to rack up like a mil in one day. Like this, like the Camaro hasn't been out that long, and I've got 208, 280, and I won 3.5 mil. I don't know how if that's just the wins, so it doesn't count like how much you lost. It just tells you how much you won with it. Well, because 200 races, that would be if I was racing 20 Ks. Let me pull out my handy calculator real quick. So I'm kind of curious. 212 wins. Yeah, so 212 at 20,000, assuming and I pretty much always race for 20K now, but not always. That's like 4.2 mil. So I'm not sure that doesn't really add up though, because if it takes into account how much money you lost, that would be 83 times 20K. And that's like 1.6. And what did I say? 4.5. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking it just counts how much you won, but it doesn't take off for what you lost in it. Oh, my Elko and the T-Bird tune. think the T-Bird is faster than the Elko. I mean, I think I think my video it'll show pretty much probably the best pass that I had in the thing, because I usually, that's how I make the video. I'll pretty much run it until I get like the best pass I got in the thing, and that's what I put in the video. But they're pretty close though. And there's probably better tunes out there for those cars too. That might be a little better. They might work better on your phone. It depends. My stuff is all Android. But there's certain cars that you kind of figure out certain settings on cars that work for certain kinds of cars. If you look at enough tunes, you'll see like kind of how they set up the suspension and stuff, so you can kind of figure out like what kind of tune is going to work when you get to know the cars better. But I mean, I've been playing for years, so you kind of figure out like how the game works, how the cars work and that kind of thing. I mean, I'm not like a big time good tuner by any means, but I know like how to look at a tune and kind of figure out, or like there's just certain things that you figure out about the cars. I already raced this guy. Oh, we got an Elko. Speaking of the Elko, I think the Elko and I'm trying to remember, I think they're pretty close. They're around mid 5.5 cars. Let's see what this one does. Ooh, that was a good one for the Camaro. Too bad I didn't get a better tree. One thing you could look at, I do have a video of all the fastest cars that I made a little while back. Some of them aren't included, but it tells you what they're capable of running. There isn't any tunes on it. I just kind of put it up there to, in case, like if people were kind of interested in like what cars were the fast cars, so to speak. But right now they're kind of in the process of making cars faster that aren't as fast as a lot of the as some of the other ones. I can take out my Elko and my T-Bird, see what they do. And they'll have different kinds of launches that you end up depending on how you tune it. There's like two kind of typical types of launches that you're trying to get in order to get these cars to go fast. See if I can remember. See, there's some cars that launch like that, where it has that that bounce on the launch. I think this car will do better than that. That should be better. A 58. I think that might be where that car's at. T-Bird. And a lot of these cars have been like buffed a little faster before, so if you have one already that had a decent tune on it, a lot of times it doesn't take like a ton to get it up to, you know, where they rebuffed it to. I don't remember the car launching like that. I think this was like a quick tune I did in like 5 minutes or something when I was streaming, or maybe that was the Elko, I don't know. And this one doesn't have any kind of hitch to the launch. But I managed to get a 5.5. But I think this car will do better. And like I said, there's better tunes for both of these out there. Let's see what cars I want to mess with right now. I'm gonna grab a quick snack. All right, we're back with the Porsche. See what we can do in this. That 6 gear is really long in this car. Oops. Probably why it's not as fast as it used to be. It only does 241. So I think I used to run like 242 or 243 in these when they were hitting 5.4s. A lot more easy. Never really tried messing with those tunes all that much. Kind of late, getting lazy. All right, if you got any ideas, Grey Ghost, let me know. What you want to race? You've pretty much seen everything of mine that I normally race. There might be a few odds and ends that I haven't really raced. I don't think he's going to catch me. Got a pretty good tree, pretty good time. Nothing spectacular. I think my Evo is a little better than the Porsche. Pizza Boy with the NT. I missed him. Wanted to see what that was. No, just like what cars you want to race. If you wanted to race some cars. So then if you're watching the stream and I put a car out there, so you're not seeing it for 15 seconds. So then it's probably harder for you to jump in on it. Let's see how this nitrous does. A little bit slow on nitrous. Got a little too much grip. A little grippy. So now there's a no name with a 35s. I wonder if that's the same guy. Got Buck. I think I've seen this name before. If it's the same person. See if I can get the grip. What happened on that? What happened on that fifth shift? It totally lagged on me on that fifth shift. I don't know if I would beat him anyway though, because I didn't get the 60 foot. It looked like it was going to be a good pass though, but I got a spike like in fifth gear there. That's the downfalls of streaming and racing. That time I got a lot of spin. Luckily he red lit. I think this nitrous car is a little more erratic, if that's possible, than the turbo. That should be a pretty good pass. Only at 551. He got a good pass, but he only got 100 tree. Might take the game a bit to figure out that this is a different car that I'm running. He doesn't seem to want to bump in before me for some reason. Yeah, I got a lot of spin. This car isn't that quick right now. Because the nitrous actually hits harder than the turbo. The turbo's got to wind up, so it's going to work a little different. Let's see what this NT car is. I thought I saw something move back there behind that giant. Those giant wheels, like his car was stuck back there somewhere. It's an old classic, Megadeth. No, I don't usually. I don't watch a lot of YouTube actually, because I was running like a fishing channel for a while there. That was taking a lot of my time, making those videos and editing and all that stuff. But I'm kind of taking a break from fishing right now. But I know a lot of people watch him. I actually saw him testing a ZR1. Just just by chance, I happened to catch a random video of his. But he was on like a, like a track, like a road race car track. Somebody said it was a 70 Camaro. You want to race the same car? Camaro, or you want my Nissan? 69. You're talking about this, right? Actually, I don't know Chevys, so I wouldn't know what year it is. I know them a little bit. Like, I know like all the like early 70s Camaros kind of look like this. Oh, you're talking about the split bumper. I actually have a couple of these. I used to race this car a lot. Was one of them. Used to be one of my best cars in the past. Almost cracked 500 wins. I don't know how he only won 4 mil on this. I want to have almost 500 wins. Was that not racing for 20K back then? I don't understand. You talking about the one I have right now? Yeah, see, this is like isn't this like a early 70s, this one? And then this one would be like the late 60s one, if you're saying 69. I know they have the ZL1, and then they also have, I'm not sure what the other one is, what the other one's called. This one, yeah, this is the 69 one. Yeah, so then that would make that other one maybe like a early 70, and then the other one maybe like a little later 70. I don't know if I have this car tuned at all. And if I do, it has probably has an old tune on it. I only have a little single wheelie bar, so that kind of tells me that it probably hasn't been tuned in a while. Yeah, if you want to put up a code, I'll just run it right out of the garage, but I'm not exactly sure if it's tuned at all or not. I got a feeling this car is just going to spin down the track. What? How's this car so fast? I guess they must have they buffed this one recently. I forgot about this car. This might run a 5.5. Yeah, because this car definitely has the new type launch. Yeah, see, it's going to be hard to crack that 5.5 if it only runs 247 though. One thing I want to do is I want to put on the double bars. Those are pretty good shifts, but the last two, there we go. I just doubled up the bars. I think it got it a little better launch with those bars. That's like one of the older the older rebuffs that they did, I think. You never see this car out there. Yeah, I remember racing this car when breaking into the high 5.6s was fast. And if you do that, you get a lot of wins. So you have that trademark launch. Missed it. A little slow. See, this one just 247. Not really hitting the shifts on that. I think it'll do a little better though. All these Camaros. People were talking about an update, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't checked. $18.7, you're getting up there, huh? Once you hit that 20 mil, you're on your way to the big bucks. Got a couple NTs out there. Seems like a legit Vega, unless it goes flying by me all of a sudden. I said 57, really. When I miss the shift and it pins the needle, I seem to do pretty well. But that's usually how it launches. I missed 6th gear. I was early on it. I guess he just wanted another test pass just to make sure. I haven't raised this. I'm going to keep this out. I haven't even raced the Audi. Guess I can take this out. I wanted to try the boss. Can't think of anything else I want to race right now. Yep, keep hitting them 5.4s. It's nice to have more cars that'll 5.4 or close to it. Now, every once in a while they happen to make one that'll do it. And my eyes are starting to bug out. So Memphis. That's what happens when you look at the chat. You get you get a 132 tree. I would have had a shot. Yeah, the regular fox body. I think I had that all earlier. Are you talking about this car? Or you're not talking about the notch back, are you? Isn't there another one of these Mustangs? I can't remember. I know they have the what's this? What do people call this? The S500 or something? Or is that this one? I can't remember. And then there's this one. The newer one. Oh, did I not take that out? Yeah, this. Four, 5 4s in a row. Nice. Keep it going. Win that money. Oh, I got the 350Z. Looked like he got spin on that. And he didn't have a top speed. No, he got wheelie, actually. Looked like a pretty normal launch. He just didn't have the speed. You talking about this car? like the newer Mustangs. I know the like vintage ones a lot better, or what they call them. What does that say after that? You have a fox body. And then what is that after that? $249. Only low 5.6. Sorry, I don't know that language. Can't remember how you said it. How you said the language. Yeah, it's getting warm in here. I feel like the air conditioning should turn on. Good day, mate. So you want to go on mic? I can put you on mic. We could go on Discord and bullshit. It doesn't have to be on stream. Unless you want to go on stream and bullshit. That'd be pretty funny. Okay, so I took that car out. Okay, it looks like Rego's hitting the 5-4s. That's good. I think he had to see if he had a streak going. See if I can break his streak. If I get a 5-4 in this, that'd be good. I missed my shifts. I was too quick in a couple of them. This guy running a 000 RT. Is that why you're getting on the red lights? Because you're trying to hit those 000s? See if I can hit my shifts this time. I missed the last. I missed 4th and 5th. Still a pretty good pass. I got pretty good shifts on that one. Oh, I was robbed. 5500. My first and second were a little off. It feels a little warm in here. I might need to try and cool it down real quick. See if that'll cool it down a bit. The weather's wearing on me. First pass in this tonight. See how it goes. I missed one gear. Got the 550. Not too shabby. If I hit that one gear, it probably would have been a 5.4. Two. Oh, with the 001, that always helps.
Wolverine is the most powerful hero I've ever used!
Mr. Tips. Oh, I raced him earlier today. I got a big lag spike on that one. It made me think both of us might have got it. Both of our cars were kind of slow. I'm sure you guys can see that. If you're watching, you can see that. Pretty much the same if you're playing on a phone, you got a bunch of apps in the background. It's pretty much the same thing that's going to happen, or could happen. All right. Getting kind of late. All right. What should we do now? It air looks like it's going to get me like maybe about 0.5 degrees better in here. So at least it's an improvement. It runs about maybe about 2 degrees warmer in the computer room. Luckily the air duct is right above, pretty much close to right above me, so he's probably gonna be mad. Oh, actually I was thinking I had the Nissan Z, but now he's really gonna be mad if I bring the Audi. I think I'm trying to cheat. I haven't run this car tonight, so off the trailer. I didn't get the tree. I was way late on the tree. That would have been a good pass. I mean, a pretty good pass for that car. I wasn't totally zoned into the tree. That should be a good pass. Oh, I thought that was going to be a quicker one. 003 win. That was a pretty close one. I thought that was going to be a better pass for me. I must be picking up lag from this guy's slow track. So this is the deciding race. I got good shifts, except for the last one I missed. Audi's a lot better for hitting the 5.4s though. At least for me. Because I prefer those quick shifts. Not that bump launch. Do I have my camera out? Okay, we got even cars. was way early on that first shift. Got a good tree though. That's what happens when you keep switching cars all the time. A lot of people don't do that. They'll just race the same car all night. I must have got a slow tree on that one. Got the 5-4 at least. All right, this is the deciding match. Hope this tire temp doesn't cost me. Try to hit that first shift. It's all about that first shift. Oh, I screwed up my bump. I knew that was going to happen. How was I that red and that slow? I got robbed. Oh, he wanted to go again. I don't think the shifts were that good on that one. As soon as I pulled up way too far. That's why it was only a 555, because it was deep. By .02, so that was the .02 I needed. And then it would have been like a 53, maybe. No, I have my delay set, so I mean, I need to bump in really shallow, and then that gets me close to hitting the double O's. But if I stage way, like that was like a full click forward, so there's a good chance it's going to be a red light, especially if I was on that tree too. But I mean, you can't really hesitate, because I mean, you can't really, like, how are you going to hesitate for .02? You pretty much just gotta go and hope for the best. Because then if you think you're going to hesitate, and then you get like a .1 tree. Yeah, it looks like the lobby is pretty quiet. Yeah, and I mean, if you get too much lag, of course you could get a crazy red light like that too. It's just online gaming, really. car meet? Should I have a car meet for all my people? I don't have my steering set up though, I don't think. You know, what do you even do in a car meet? Oh, all my sounds stopped. What's going on? Do I want to run what? What do you got? I messed up one of my shifts. How was that run that bad? That looked like a good pass. That was real slippery. Nah, I'm not liking this nitrous car right now. I might have to take it into the shop. Get what? 370Z? See, it looks like a good hit, but it's not getting the 60 foot. Maybe I'll get lucky and that'll do something. seem better, but I missed the shift in first. Yeah, it might be better. Of course, if I need to stop really quick, I don't have my parachutes. Carmine. I don't have the steering set up on my car though. The way I'm racing right now, I have no steering. So I'd have to come to the meet and then just drive into the wall. Yeah, you should be sick of that Z28. I hardly ever use mine, but there's a lot of them out there. People just don't like the Nissan Z. There isn't really that many Audis that I see. You never see and then the cars that, that I race that will kind of 5.4. You don't see those. There's a 3.5. I'll do a quick test on this. Got the big bird here. No, you just gotta switch them up all the time. Switch up cars. That seemed like a real good launch. Let's see what. Oh, yeah. That was a real good launch. Car fixed. Save that one to the memory banks. Yeah, that nitrous car actually, I think, works on my other phone just like it was. I guess you never know with this game. Yeah, I don't know if I'll still be around because I started early, so I'm kind of feeling it. need to get a little more action in here. Yeah, if you're going somewhere, make sure you leave the stream up. $996K from 20 mil. Isn't that like 19 mil and 4,000? Is that what you, because that's like not. $996,000. If I got my math right. Yeah, it looks pretty quiet. Got the skyline with the blue smoke. Got some spin there, but you never know. Still got the 60, pretty good. Okay. Oh, I wonder if that was a mistake and he didn't want to race because he left. Oops. That'll give me the clean test pass, the buy run. Well, they kind of freaked me out when the car turned around like that. Kind of messed me up. 550, that's okay. I'll take that. Yeah, it's kind of winding down here. Yeah, see, I'm watching the replay right now on YouTube. How my car just like changed views in the middle. I do like that side view though, because I like to watch what the other guy's doing when we pull up to the line. I'm slow? Okay. And he's got the Audi. I'm gonna catch him. What? That felt a lot faster than a 550. Still stuck in the top 10. Wait, how's this over? I thought it saw it in 2 days. Did it just say one? It must have. I might have to. Might have to try going into beast mode, trying to break into that, get higher on the leaderboard. That was terrible. I don't know what that was. Did he leave? Okay. Get the buy run. I don't know why I looked at that thing that said opponent left. For some reason, I looked at that for a second. Who wants to race and get on YouTube? Cover your ears. Oh, this isn't a super loud one. I think I got too much wheelie on that. Not too shabby. Didn't get the tree. Definitely carried the wheels though. Almost a third. See if I can get a time on someone else's track. That looked like a fast pass. Man, why couldn't I get a tree on that? You know what I think happened when that message came in? It lagged me because because I saw it right at the tree. I might have to turn that off. See, that was a horrible pass. I should have just won again. Yeah, pretty sure those messages lag you. Everything lags you. I was going to say, if that was my red light on that horrible pass, there's no way. My tree was no good either. Neither one of us had good passes. That was a horrible track, I think. Well, I'm thinking that's going to be a wrap. Ended a little earlier than usual, but I started earlier, so kind of feeling it. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs and the likes, and we'll see you about tomorrow. Never know.